It's the Dogwood Chronicles. It's a beautiful day, 61 degrees. Wind, it's pants weather. It's wearing pants and a long sleeve shirt, and it's comfortable. I just listened to a discussion about Saint Therese of Lisieux. Saint Therese was born in the, I want to say the late 1800s. She had two very devout Catholic parents. I believe they're both saints. One was Zélie, I want to say, and I have no idea if that's the father or the mother's name. I don't know what kind of a name Zélie is. But I believe they had 9 children and 4 died young or infancy, and all 5 of them went into the religious life, I believe. Saint Therese went into religious life young, I think 16, which may not be that unusual in those days. She became a Carmelite, and because she was so young, they said she was pretty much given a bunch of grief by the older nuns, who were probably more, I don't know, set in their ways, whatever. And they would do things like complain because she was too early or too late or too fast pushing the wheelchair to get to prayer for one of the nuns, or another nun, they had to clean their own clothes, so the one nun would keep splashing her with dirty water, and Saint Therese, instead of complaining, would literally find that nun and park herself next to her and endure the splashing. And she would endure the insults from the other nun with a smile. The nun, one day, while being pushed in her wheelchair, they said she was being pushed by Saint Therese. I think they should have said in her wheelchair. They omitted that part. But the nun asked her, "Why are you so nice to me?" I don't remember what the answer was. Anyway, Saint Therese apparently read and contemplated, obviously, Jesus, but also the saints and all the great things they had done. And she, I guess, said, "I will never be able to do those kind of things." So she is known for her little way, and she would basically do everything she could with great love for God, out of her love for God, and with great love and charity, enduring those things. She came upon a broken vase. She was cleaning it up, and another nun came in and said, "Oh, you clumsy thing, you." And instead of saying, "I didn't do it," she just, what is it? They said she kissed the floor? But she continued to clean up the mess and didn't say anything that she didn't do it. She just endured that. So how beautiful an example that is for all of us, to be kind to even those people who are nasty to us. Imagine how nice she was to people who weren't nasty to them. Probably the same. Which makes me think about today in our society, where our society is kind of messed up. We're losing people from the church. There's a group called the Nones, which are people say they now have no religion, and apparently Catholics make up the biggest part of that group. People have left their faith. And I'm just thinking, if each of us, Catholics who haven't left the faith, and those who have, would live our lives like Saint Therese, then we would change this world. Imagine if so many Catholics lived like Saint Therese, and that was spread, because there's Catholics all over the world. Imagine if the world was infused with this grace, with this loving, infused with a population of loving people. I also was listening about Pope Francis, and I think we can all agree, sometimes it seems, or there's a consensus, that some of the things he says are confusing. And it seems like he wants to have it both ways. He seems to want to embrace everyone, which is obvious. But this is me. I think we should embrace everyone. Obviously, that's what our faith professes. But we also shouldn't leave people in there. We should try to get people to move from sinfulness, just like we should move from our own sinfulness, of course. So I don't know. What I'm trying to say is perhaps with Saint Therese, if we all live like Saint Therese, maybe the thing that turns some people off to our faith is us. And the way that we're not always loving or showing our love. Toby, get over here. So maybe if we all lived as Saint Therese did, with great love, then people would be drawn to us, and then we could help ease them in, and they could help ease us away from our sins, and we could ease them away from their sins and help them understand that some of these novel, ridiculous ideas that are going on, that are being pushed today are make no sense. And yeah, I think if we had a world of Saint Therese's, what's the problem? Then we would be able to change the world. Some people say be very strict, and basically, and I've heard this tact, that people don't want a warm, limp religion. They want a religion that says what it means and means what it says. And when we say you can't stay in your sin, you shouldn't stay in your sin. And when we say you're not a boy, you're a girl, we're just telling the truth. When we say a man and a woman cannot marry because marriage is a man and a woman taking care of their children, their offspring, which invariably happen. It's not the government's job to take care of our offspring. It's our job. And so, yeah, kind of lost my train there, but yeah. Look into Saint Therese and pray for me that I would start living more like her in her little way, because I can be difficult as any of them, as anybody. Okay, well, I hope that's something to think about. If it helps you, good. If it doesn't, well, don't worry about it.